Hello everyone, Ark here, returning for another boss ranking. This time we will be tackling GTA IV. This will be my first attempt at a different style of boss ranking content. As you know, GTA doesn't have the massive ass health bars or over exaggerated damage, so I will have to shift my focus on ranking them differently. I will be ranking them on the role they play throughout Nico's story, the quality of their jobs before they are eventually killed by you, their interactions with you, and the matter of their death will also play a major role on this list. At the number 8 position, I couldn't think of no one better to claim it than good old Vladdy Boy. Not only is he the first antagonist you meet, like right at the end of the prologue mission, seconds off of getting off the boat. Personally, besides being a dick to Nico, I couldn't see him killing him in the end. His execution mission is probably the weakest in challenge wise. Just go to the bar, kill 2 henchmen. This is made even easier by the fact that if you do Jacob's mission beforehand, you can acquire a gun. After that, it's just a short chase sequence before you put down the chunky monkey. At the number 7 spot, we have Mikhail Faustin. This one isn't much better as it probably has one of the worst set of missions for me personally. Pretty much any mission that involves a bike and a chase in it is just terrible. Can't stand it. Back when I first played this game so long ago, like a good 10 years ago, Mikhail was probably one of my most favourite characters. He acted like how we all basically played GTA. Sort of like how Trevor was, how we all came to understand ourselves in GTA 5. His set of missions did offer a bit more variety than Vlad's, but they did grow boring from repeated playthroughs. Only reason he ranked above Vlad was because of both variety and his execution mission had far more going for it. And at the number 6 position, we have Darko. Now, this mission doesn't actually require any killing apart from the man himself, so why is he ranked at this spot on the list and not at the very bottom? Well, I am very glad you thought that. It is the sheer emotion that Nico gives out as he pumps him full of lead in this one cutscene this is the one cutscene that I truly don't ever think I'll ever tire of, no matter how many times I see it in repeated playthroughs. This is one of the 2 tricky ones, as in this mission you are met by Francis first basically telling you to whack his brother. Derek calls you up asking the same thing. This part is where you will have a choice. I normally personally always pick Francis as he becomes a bit more unbearable to deal with over time, and personally that thought has always stuck with me as I played this game more over time. This mission isn't particularly difficult. You are just looking over both brothers through the scope of a sniper rifle, and then all you gotta do is take the shot and live with the consequences. So many years ago, back when I first played this game, I never imagined we would have to eventually kill Ray, or as I like to call him, Ray Bacino. To me, he was one of the first guys who actually paid quite a bit of cash, so that was a definite plus in my books. Actually, one of his missions called Museum Piece actually became the bane of my existence back when I first played this game so long ago. But once you get past that mission, the rest of his missions are a breeze. Ray actually serves as an opener to another person on this list who we will get to very shortly. I wanted Ray to have a position in the top 3, but he fell short because he doesn't have a normal style boss fight. You actually got to kill him and several other men in a convoy of 2 cars, but that is nothing a good old fashioned RPG round can't fix. At the 3rd spot is the man of money himself, Playboy. After being driven out of Hove Beach because of story reasons, Playboy is one of the first people you meet and opens up the second island to you. You also get the upgraded phone from him, which was another plus as you could get new themes and other cool shiznick. Playboy's missions were some of the most enjoyable throughout multiple playthroughs, but it is still through him that you meet one of the 5 homies for Nico, Dwayne Forge. After doing some of his missions for both of them, Playboy will eventually call you up and ask to meet in order to kill Dwayne, with the later asking you to do the same to the former. Normally this mission can be done quite early on, but I normally tackle it around endgame when I have everything unlocked, such as RPGs, AKs and all that. Playboy offers you some money, but the best bet is to kill him instead, as you get his apartment, which is quite nice. When it comes to killing him, and being all suited out makes it a cakewalk. The only potential challenge is when you're chasing him through the street and a Hummer pulls out. Fire a quick RPG rocket and take them out before finally calling Playboy and putting him out of his misery. Claiming the second spot is Old Man Jimmy, one of the final characters you work for. Personally, I thought this was the last person Nico would actually work for. There is one new face after this. This is the guy who ordered you to whack Ray. One moment of mourning for Mr. Bacino aside. I never found his missions for Jimmy to be too tedious or boring. Most of them were just simply killing or blowing up stuff, which is a definite plus in my book. Jimmy is one of the final two bosses you can potentially face for the ending for the final mission. You have two choices. You can either get revenge, which has always been my preferred option, as the deal is only for money, but if you played correctly until this point, then you have no need for it. By choosing revenge, you are essentially screwing Jimmy over, which forces him to come after you at Roman's wedding. He doesn't kill you, but your love interest instead. At this point, Nico then turns his sights on him. After this cutscene, you'll get a message from Jacob telling you to arm yourself, which is a sound call. The final mission is nothing more than a chase, some killing, confronting Jimmy, followed by more killing, essentially, another chase before finally putting old Jimmy boy in the ground. Okay, finally claiming the first position is my favorite bullet sponge, Dmitry Raskolov. Okay, this is going to be a long one. Dmitry you meet after killing Vlad and doing some missions for Faustin. He will later ask to see you later on to discuss killing Mr. Faustin in order to spare your life, which you ultimately believe in the end. This turns out to be a mistake, as you are later betrayed by this man to someone you have been on the run from. From this point, Dmitry does everything in his power to kill you, from kidnapping your cousin to blackmailing your friends. Basically everyone you meet, he has a hand in something involving them. Like I mentioned with there being two endings, if you choose deal, you got to work with Dmitry, raid a warehouse with someone else you have worked with previously, kill a lot of people, get the money after a brief chase scene and killing the driver. From here you go to Roman's wedding without your date, Kate. The only difference this time is that Dmitry sent a hitman after you who ultimately kills Roman during a scuffle you have with the man before killing him and then going all like emo. Now, aiming to kill both Dmitry and Pegorino, you have to do the same chase scene as with the revenge ending in the beginning, only this time without Roman. You kill the same number of people, only this time Dmitry kills Pegorino before trying to escape in a helicopter. Now you have to follow him by boat, and then you have to jump to the helicopter piloted by Jacob. After pursuing them throughout the city, you both land on Happiness Island, where you finally cut the head off the snake. Now, I hope you liked this boss ranking, then why not leave your opinion in the comments section. Next I will be tackling the Dead Space series and a surprise game coming out in February, so stay tuned for that. This is Arca, signing out.